year changed how I see myself, and 2025 was one of those years where you don't just grow technically, you grow mentally. And yeah, I built products, I doubted myself, I learned deeply, and honestly, I think I worked harder than I ever had. And in this video, I'll just walk you through my 2025. Maybe a couple of the wins, and not just the wins, maybe the lessons, just the process. Yeah, just the process, how I went through my 2025. But before we dive into it, Merry Christmas and wishing you a Happy New Year in advance. And Happy Boxing Day. Yeah, Happy Boxing Day. I hope you get a lot of gifts to unwrap and unbox. Yeah, that's my cup. Yeah, so it's just like a walkthrough of my 2025, the processes, how everything played out, and oh, I hope I won't take much of your time, but let's get into it. So, coming to 2025, I'm a chronic planner, so I had a plan definitely. Let me just see 2025 with my notes. Okay, yeah. So coming to 2025, I had these things that I wanted to like work on. Career wise, I wanted to work on these things. I had data structures and algorithms and databases and internals. I said I was going to lead code daily. Uh, I said I was going to launch Trackit, Solid Shield, and Urban Explorer. These are like projects from 2024 that are hackathon projects that I worked on. Well, let's just go through and then let me see if I actually like did them or not. Let's go daily launch, get cracked at backend and systems design. I said I was going to read engineering blogs daily. I was gonna write weekly. I was gonna do YT video weekly, YT live daily, all about the data structures, algorithm, system design on backend. Okay, this for my other side hobby or side thing I do. I trade the financial market. So this is for that. And then read hard copy books. Um, I'll come back. And we all know that if you are setting out for the year, you got a plan and do a couple of things. And I think I also had coming into the year, I had my calendar setup. At the beginning of 2025, I had watched these Ali Abdal videos on time management. So I decided to also what make my own calendar. Let me just break it down to week. So this is basically how those my goals at the beginning of the year. I broke them down into these. So I had like every day like from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. I gotta do data structures and algorithms. So let me show it on a daily basis. I gotta do data structures, an algorithm, lead code, Akarank, project Wheeler. And did I do them? Boy, oh boy. At the beginning of 2025, Q1 2025, I was um I was I was doing data structures and algorithms. I solved a couple of lead code problems. I was using these mainly um Structy. I think I used Structy, so I was doing it almost every day. I did a couple of data structures and algorithm. I was using the free tier, so which was quite nice. And yeah, I did a couple of lead code stuff. You could see like this last time I touched this code was in May, but January, February, I did a couple of lead code. I wasn't big on lead code, but I was doing Structy and yeah. So let's get back to my calendar. Okay, daily. Yeah. So 5 to 6 was dedicated to data structures and algorithms, and then 8 to 10 every day I had to do like front end masters deep work. Front end masters have these courses on back end systems, on front end as well, on engineering practices, and also I dedicated 8 to 10, 2 hours of deep work on front end masters, and 11 to 12. I should read engineering blogs or books. And then one to two, I had breaks in between. From one to two, I had like trading finance, learning more about trading and then trading, and then system design as well. One of the two, and you know, three to four, I said I was gonna be building my portfolio or I was gonna be vibe coding. And okay, this is not part of the things I said. That one's automatic stuff. And yeah, and then 7 to 8 p.m. I had content creation and YT videos, and then 10 to 11 I had like my bedtime, and it's quite this kind of like shaped what I needed to do. This is not everything. Let me just, because I know on some days I had, yeah, let me just go to the week. Yeah, so I know like okay, in a week this is how it looks. I know on Mondays by 6 to 8 p.m. I have my Monday Bible study, which is to go to church. At the beginning of the year, that was what I said, and then on Tuesdays, Uh, 6 to 8 p.m. They had my Rise Vest Academy. And on Thursdays as well, 6 to 8, I had Rise Vest Live Academy classes. And on Thursdays to 5 to 7, I had like program in church. Uh yeah, so this is like it's zoomed out. So every day I wake up, I have things I'm looking forward to. I have things already on my plate that I want to do. So I don't have to, all through the year, I wasn't thinking of, oh, what do I have to do today? What do I have to do today? And of course, those free times I have like the contract job that I do, and then I have to like fill in those times with that. So this gave me like uh a map already of the things I have to do every day, all through the year like that. So I had that already. And let's go back to my plans for the year. Oh, sorry. So data structures. This year I actually like did uh data structures and algorithms. Yeah, I used LeetCode, I used Structy, and I read books too. Yeah, Introduction to Algorithms, the third edition, Gherkin algorithms, Gherkin system design. Those are books that I actually read, and I worked with Gemini, sorry, not Gemini, Notebook LM. So whenever I'm going out, uh, always plugged, listening to overviews on data structures and algorithms and all the likes. So databases, internals. Yeah, I learned about databases too. I must say that I did lead code. So I did lead code every day all through the year. But in Q1, I was doing lit code. I was solving data structures and algorithm questions. Did I launch track it? Nah, I didn't. I just stopped working on this project. All of them, I just stopped working on them. But 2026, I should work on Solis. Get cracked as backend systems design. Yeah, I think that was pretty much there. This year, I got into Rice Academy. Last year, I got into Rice Academy, which is like 12 months program. And from January to December, I was at Rice Academy in the back end engineering track. So yeah, I think I crushed that. Did I read engineering blogs daily? Nope, I was reading blogs. I was reading engineering blogs a lot this year, but not every day. So I fell short there. Did I write weekly? Nope. I didn't even write monthly, but I'm always running from writing. I don't know why. But I did write one piece this year, which is on Substack, on excellence. So you can check it out, which is the excellence we all admire, but excellence we all can't attain. I think you should check it out. It's a short piece, so you should check it out. And YT Video Weekly. Another win for me this year was I started creating content. Uh, as you can see here, I already had it planned out. I was going to be doing a YouTube video weekly, YouTube live daily, but then I had a lot of work to do, but I couldn't do YT video weekly or even daily. But I released videos this year, and I'm so glad I did. This is my channel. I have 133 subscribers. I'm so grateful for that. Thank you to everyone. And if you are here, if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, kindly click the button below and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Yeah, I think I Although on my channel I have like up to like more than 15 of videos before I started this year on maybe my hackathon project. But yeah, I released a couple of videos this year and I'm grateful that you guys engaged and gave my videos. So that's it. That's a win. The subscribers to win, the views to win. And I'll keep on doing that, especially in 2026. Yeah, so basically my 2025 revolved around everything you are seeing on on my calendar. This was everything I did, everything I did. But this 2025 again, one thing I fell short was my portfolio. I even though I had it on my calendar, I didn't for once actively work on my portfolio. Yeah, I have a lot of things to actually like. I have a plan in mind for my portfolio, but then I've not had the time to sit and then I'll implement that. Uh let's come to other wins. The things I did in 2025. In 2025, I mentioned I started my YouTube channel, which was quite nice. It wasn't easy making videos. There are a lot of times that I recorded a video over and over and over again because let's say the first time I recorded, the mic wasn't working. The second time, the phone went off. The third time, like the call came in. All those kind of things. It wasn't easy. Content creation isn't easy. Let's just take it like that. But I think I'm getting better. I'm getting better at it, and I'll continue to push things out. Yeah, this year I had a couple of courses or a couple of things I wanted to like learn as well that I had written down in my notes since the beginning of the year. I had Postgres and SQL databases where I was studying databases. These are like courses on front-end masters I noted I was going to take. Then I took a couple of them, took Postgres, I took DBs, Vim, working with Terminal, Linux, Bash. There was a time I was writing Bash scripts all through the year and at the academy. Then C, I wanted to like write C this year, but somehow, I ended up not writing C. But that will change next year. Testing, security, web API, storage, TypeScript, LLMs, and AI agents. Yeah, these are things I actually like uh worked on to a large extent this year, and I think I'll be working more on that. Also another thing is this year I also started my NYC. I was posted to Lagos, and I'm currently serving in Lagos, so which is quite nice. I also wanted to go for conferences. I had in mind to go for conferences or attend tech events this year, but I already lost. I just didn't. I lost interest in going for conferences, but I attended two. I think I went for API Conf in Lagos, and then I went for when I was still back in Ife. I went for Ocean Innovation Challenge at Ocean where my team pitched Farmex, and that was that regarding conferences and tech events. And another major highlight for me this year was I did a couple of web coding, and I said I also like build projects. And this year my top three projects would be like uh AlgoX. I think back in was it early Q1 or Q2, I worked on AlgoX, which is like a simplified learning platform for data structures and algorithms for people to learn. And you can see we have like um data structures and algorithms that you can easily learn from. If you take breadth first search, for example, we have the standard explanation, and then we have like simplified explanation of breadth first search. And we have examples, real world examples of where you can see breadth first search, the algorithm or data structure being used. And we have like code examples as well, and visualization of breadth first search. And we all know breadth first searches is a queue system. And yeah, and then we have like interview preparation, common questions on breadth first search like that. So I'm happy that I built these, and I had up to like at a point up to like 40 users, registered users, which is quite nice. And 2026, I'm definitely going to be uh doing a lot of marketing more on these and then pushing it out more. Uh Another thing I worked on was Medisphere. This project, I worked on this project while I was actually at Rise, I think around last September or so. And it's for the Edera Africa Hackathon. It's a whole lot of things. Medisphere is a lot of things. It's for basically a decentralized ALS ecosystem, which in which we are trying to like give patients access to their medical records because for me a lot of my medical, even for most people, their medical records, they don't have access to it because they are trapped in hospitals, in healthcare centers. And I can ask you what's your genotype, and then you might not know. You just have to like call home, call your mom, or say, "Oh, what's my genotype?" or "What's my blood group?" All those kind of things. Or you have to like redo tests again, in which you've done before, and then you can even easily have access to them if you have those kind of you have those records handy. Yeah, as I was saying, I went for me was working on Medisphere. I got a closer look into the healthcare system. It's it's a really entangled system because working on Medisphere, I had to learn about encryption, health records encryption, encryption at rest, encryption in transit, those kind of things, data exchange, how data moves in between users, patients, healthcare. And then from here, you see the core services that we are trying to like work on here. You see it's a whole lot of things and a lot of regulations. Healthcare is heavily regulated field or sector, and I worked on this project for the Edera Africa Hackathon, and I uh okay we had like 1,395 projects submitted, and I'm happy my project got to like top 15 in my track where we had like final presentation and showcase to pitch, and this was my project being highlighted. So this is something I'm happy for that I did this year. It was not easy as well because I think it was like it took like 2 months thereabouts to work on this project. And yeah, and lastly, I also want to talk about another project of mine, which is the P2PNG, which is like a P2P exchange platform for Nigerians, people that trade, uh especially that trade derivatives on deriv if they want to fund deposits into their deriv accounts, if they want to withdraw from their deriv account. So I'm working on these to allow Nigerians to be able to deposit fast and safely, uh, and also to withdraw um, their dairy funds, which is a quite interesting project because this is in the fintech sector, and I also got to learn a lot about uh, fintech, security, transactions, a lot of things, and I'm grateful for it. These are the kind of three projects I'll be pushing out, ensuring do the marketing, ensuring things work out well, and push them out in 2026. And let's see where we go from there. Let me just log in because I have an account created already. Yeah, so. This is it. You can deposit and you can withdraw funds. Your Deriv account is definitely connected. It's linked to the platform, and we have a lot of things that I'm not going to show in this video. I'll release when it's time. I'll make demo videos for this, and yeah. Also, um, quite a number of people reached out to me, Rice Academy, and I'm grateful for the people I was able to like help out. And I think in 2026, I'm just going to be focusing on. I have the plan already. I'm definitely going to like continue with this, but I'm going to be yanking off. There's no longer Rice Academy classes, so those are going to go out, and then weekly stand up too. Uh, yeah, weekly stand up. There won't be that again. So I will be continuing with my calendar and then just adding some other things and removing some things, just doing my thing and continuing that. I'm happy people that have reached out on LinkedIn, people that followed on Twitter. I'm happy for that. Thank you. And yeah, I think I have a separate video of my Rise Academy experience. I'm going to link it here so you can check it out, especially for people that are looking to get into Rise Academy or that are going to get in, and how the tips that you can use to succeed. So you can definitely check that out and how to make the best of it. 2025 was actually mainly kind of technical or engineering software oriented for me. Because of the Rise Academy, I delved into a lot of backend systems, a lot of concepts, a lot of things on the backend part. I think I'll just leave that for my Rise experience video talking about microservices, observability, monitoring, distributed system. Got interested in site reliability engineering as well. I was consuming Google's books and Google's podcast, SRE podcast as well. All this kind of thing to get. So it's mainly kind of technical and also so the other part, of course, my life. I didn't live my life as technical guy. There are other areas of my life. This year I got myself a personal keyboard because I love music and I play the keyboard, I play the violin, play the guitar, and so on, and I have them as personal instruments. So I got one while in Lagos, and I've been trying to like play the keyboard once again, just play slowly and learn because there are some pieces I want to be able to play, and I'm still a beginner, and it's something I've started, and I think I'll be committed to that in 2026 as well. You can have a separate channel for that. You can check it out. I'm going to be linking that. It's there, a separate channel for my music and all those kind of things. And yeah, I'm a fan of staying fit, working out, and this year I think it's in one of my 2025 vanities, the things I wanted to buy, material thing. I think I would whey protein and creatine too. I got them too. But then the thing is, this is not the first time I'm getting them. But the thing is consistency. Working out, I don't like going out. That's one. So there was a time I was going to the gym, but then I stopped. So I started working out at home. And now I'm in Lagos serving, and I don't even go out like say I want to go for to gym or so. So I have personal equipment. I have a set of weights. I have abdominals. I have skipping rope. I have a bench for pressing that I can use for bench press and all those kind of things. For benching, I have that. And but it has not been easy. Thing is, it has not been easy. I've not been. It's like I've not been consistent working out. There are some days back in Lagos where I wake up and I'm working out before I do go into the day's work. But then it's not easy because it's pain. It's pain. Working out is pain. But then in 2026, sick pain. I'm embracing pain and I'm going to work more on my physical fitness. And vibe coding too. This year, the whole industry was up with vibe coding, and I did a couple of things. I tried out Replit. When it comes to aging, I worked with Replit. I used Bolt. I used Vue. Personally, I think Vue is not the, I say Vue is like the best for front end things, and I use Cloud Code too as well. But right now, I'm falling in love with Cloud Code. I've not tried out anti gravity. I don't think as much as I love Google, I don't know if I'm going to try it out. But maybe I will try it out in 2026. Right now, I using Cloud Code and it's quite amazing. So it's just me walking through one of the couple of things I did in 2025. And also, yeah, I think worthy of note, burnout is real. Yeah, I think at some point I was burnt out at some point. Yeah, so I think there was a week in Q4 that I was not doing anything on my system. I was not working. I had projects. I did not touch them. I was just in my bed. In Lagos, I was just in my bed, lying down, sleeping, and then I was seeing movies. I was seeing movies. Of course, not as if I did not have deliverables, but I was not like working myself the way I was doing in previous ones because I was practically like burnt out. Because that time I was working the hackathon project, Rise, and then my contract job as well. So burnout is real. And also, I learned something this year. You can't rush mastery. This year, I got to understand a lot of things better in engineering, and a lot of things that will still take time. And I'm committed to like being patient. I'm committed to like putting in the time, putting in the effort, putting in the work to like achieve mastery. So mastery you can't rush mastery. It takes time, and just be committed and keep going. And then also shipping is not understanding. You can vibe code products, and I don't even understand the code. That's the era in which we find ourselves. But then you should go for understanding. Anything you're working on, any products you're working on, try to like understand a couple of things from impact perspective, from your customer's point of view, not from the engineering point of view as well. This is just normal. Consistency also beats motivation. There are days you can be heavily motivated, like in January. This times people are writing New Year resolutions. They want to use. Motivation is definitely going to like fizzle out. But yeah, but if you are consistent, and consistency does not mean like you're showing up every day or you're doing the same thing every day like that. There are levels of consistency. It can be like Tuesday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, space in between, 3 hours today, 1 hour tomorrow, 2 hours next tomorrow, like that. That's also like consistency. And then yeah, community and mentors also matters. And I'm thankful to Rise for that. What does 2026 look like? For me, I'll say more depth. Yeah, that's just it. More depth. For me, 2025. I have the plan already. I have the routine I follow already. So it's just more depth. Launching the product that I have, and I have a couple of ideas I also have. I should be putting them out in 2026. And my content creation, my YouTube, I should be taking it seriously in 2026. I should put myself out there more, create more content, do it regardless, and do it more consistently. Also, health, whatever you're doing, always. That's one thing about me. No matter how hard I work, when it's 10, I'm thankful for that bedtime that I set in my calendar at the beginning of the year, because if I'm working and I get the alarm, I get the notification, oh, 9:30 by 10 is your bedtime. I know I have to, because around that time, fatigue also like kicking in for me. 10, 10:30, 11, I'm off to bed to sleep. I don't do overnight. Nah, I don't do that. I sleep very well. I don't joke with my sleep, so it's something I'm going to continue in 2026 as well. And yeah, for me, 2026, I'm going to limit my distractions, because this year, as I was focused or as I was set everything planned, I still spent lots of hours doom scrolling on Twitter. At some point, I only saw Twitter, and then I was using Twitter on the way, my phone, because that creates let me say, some latency. That creates like friction for me, because if it's like using the app, I just click the app, it opens Twitter. For me, I have to go to Chrome and then type Twitter in the navigation bar, and the experience on web is quite different from the experience on mobile. Because mobile, you're just scrolling. But on the web, the experience is not that smooth for you to just keep scrolling like that, like that, like that. But yeah, so 2026, I'm going to be limiting my screen time, my social media time. I'm running. Yeah, I want to actually running in 2026 from social media, because I'm building more depth and staying more focused. Yeah, and 2026, I want to do more meaningful work. I've been doing meaningful work before, in my own opinion, but I want to do more, and I can do more. And so, if you are building, learning, or figuring things out, you're not behind. My 2025 was slow, was not, there were no like huge wins or huge lose. It was just steady. It's like building a foundation for the work I want to do in 2026. So I'm still gonna keep learning. I'm still gonna keep working, and still gonna keep putting myself out there. And please, if you stayed here to the end, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Twitter, follow me on connect with me on LinkedIn, follow me on Instagram, on TikTok. Those are the places where I'll be pushing out my marketing content and my content for 2026. And see you in 2026 and in my other videos. Bye. Oh, before you go, I think this thing please, boy, please sound. Where is this one? Let me play Christmas one. Oh. Santa Claus is coming to town. To a Merry Christmas, wing. To a Merry Christmas, wing. The people that did this thing, their thing is not. Uh, we wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. And Happy New Year is three times now. They are doing it two times. Pardon my key there. Yeah. So thank you and bye.